Okay. Welcome to this video, which I am taking, and I'm gonna just keep it 100 with everybody. I want to archive my ascension, I want to archive my development and my growth, and I also don't really like when people be out and about and be like, I saw that video of you. Oh, I seen what you've been up to. But I'm trying to get more comfortable with it. So if you watch this and then you happen to see me out and about, like at Vamanos or anywhere, tell me that you see me and you love me. And let's get into this. So here we have a journal that has pretty much like no pages in it. If you're wondering where all the pages went, I'll tell you. They either went into a collage I made, into a soul slip I gifted the community, or I burned them. Sound effect. I burned them in the fire. Same thing with this journal, which is also very, very skinty, okay? Yeah, about a year ago, I just like did this really, really, really beautiful, soft, sacred, sometimes painful archival activity where I went through old journals, and I just chopped up different pages. And I also ripped out like the most traumatic pages and I burned them in a fire that I did, a solo sacred fire. And this was around the same time last year. And honestly, I was about to go to sleep, and Spirit was like, go get these journals. And then Spirit was like, go on ahead and record yourself. So, okay. I wanted to go through this one, which has all of my Lionsgate portal intentions and affirmations, and basically read them all out loud and tell y'all which ones came true. So, let's get into the material. I'm also in the dark, but I have this lamp. Can you all see my lamp? My mommy gifted me this lamp. It's easier to read close like this. Okay. uh, do I need glasses? My vessel is strong. Ashe. I would say yes to that. I've been told I'm strong a time or two in the past year. My ideas and visions manifest into projects that heal myself, participants, and viewers. Ashe. I would agree with that. I would say I've done a couple things that people have said were healing for them in the past year. Ashe. My arms are strong enough to hold my community and soft enough to be held when I feel safe. Ashe. Oh, that's beautiful. I would say that I have done that in the past year. I would say I have held people and I've also surrendered to being held. So shout out to that one. My financial freedom makes it possible to nourish those I love and care for. Ashe. Well, I would say we're still working on financial freedom. And I would also say that I give generously to myself and others. Okay. My work is sacred. Ashe. Definitely that. This is soul work. This is mission work. Always has been. My work is sacred and gives me the resources to find. This one stays private. This one stays private, Ashe. For now. Every journey I take, I gain wealth, Ashe. Yes, I will say that in the past year alone, I've traveled to Chicago. I've traveled to Phoenix. I've traveled to California. And also, since this was taken, I went to North Carolina. Anywhere else? Not in the past year. Anyways, I've been blessed with travel, and I always do return more wealthy. Ashe. I love myself enough to forgive all versions of myself. Ashe. Forgiveness is hard. Self-forgiveness is hard, you know? Like the Most High, Allah, the Most High, great mother spirit, whatever terms you want to use for the frequency of creator, that's on you. But like that is a frequency of like the utmost love, the utmost mercy, and the utmost forgiveness. I genuinely believe that we come back down into our earthly frequencies when we don't embody that for ourselves. And I really believe that. I am a world of creativity, love, passion, inspiration, and grace. I will agree with that for sure. Oh, I embody these qualities with ease. I definitely embody creativity, love, passion, and grace with ease. Yeah. I be real graceful. Y'all don't even know. Some of you maybe do. And I'm so full of creativity and love and passion. I'm a Scorpio. I can't help it. Movements for liberation are happening worldwide, rooted in truth, justice, safety, and healing. Ashe. I love to believe that. Next page. Just a quick reflection so far on last year's Lionsgate affirmations and manifestations. Like, we did that. We definitely did that. We're still moving through a little bit of financial freedom, but where we are today versus where we are a year ago is still better, Ashe. We have an apartment. We have a home. That's more than we had a year ago. So I give reverence for that. What does this say? As my sacral energy evolves and expands, I stay divinely protected from evil. Ashe. As my sacral energy evolves and expands, I stay divinely protected from evil energy. This is deep because you know what? People tried to possess me in the past year for sure. And I'd like to think I didn't let them. My faith keeps me wealthy, Ashe. Mashallah. Definitely that. I don't know where I'd be without my faith. I trust in the protections of my ancestors. Okay? Definitely that. They don't play. Don't get fucked up, okay? They do not play about me. My love and care shines through. It makes my presence a pleasant experience for all aligned with my journey. I love this one because you know what? Everybody not finna like you. And I think that this one was really intentionally calling in like-minded / just like aligned individuals, not so much people pleasing or like, shrinking or dimming my light to please others, but more so like calling in the frequency of like, I am aligned with those who like also take from me. It's like an equal exchange, if that makes sense, right? And this is definitely one I want to bring forward. I'm going to put like an extra star next to this one and a check. I'm worthy of embodying forgiveness. Okay, you know what? Forgiveness is coming back up again. Definitely a big theme for me this past year has been around forgiveness. Forgiving myself for maybe the mistakes that put me in like, tougher situations. Being faced with like really severe personal and professional like betrayals, and like having to embody like that sacred forgiveness frequency and like just like forgiveness in general, not for the sake of somebody else, but for like the sake of my own peace of mind. And just like the burdens that I had to bear without forgiveness would have just been too heavy. So I remember really, especially in December, around a huge professional betrayal, I basically just had to like put it down and accept that it probably wasn't ever going to be per se okay, but like that me putting it down is what would make it okay in my body. And I went through another huge betrayal in May of this year. I am still picking up the pieces from that. I'm still picking up the pieces from that. And you know what? This is a vulnerable video that might resonate with somebody. Like, if you're still working on your forgiveness journey, like, you and I are cousins, okay? We in the same boat. And you are worthy of embodying forgiveness just like I am. And I would say I've done a really good job of that this year, because let me tell you, the amounts of things that were like righteous crash out, like warranted righteous crash outs loading, suppressed crash outs, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I did a really good job of taking it to the journal and taking it to God and the ancestors and letting it be handled that way. I did a great job of that. You know what? Oh my gosh. I literally almost went to jail a couple times, y'all, for real. And sometimes, like, complete separation is what is needed. And, like, you know what? I feel like I intentionally didn't run into certain people for those very reasons. I'm worthy of being forgiven. Here comes forgiveness right again, okay? I'm worthy of being forgiven. Ashe. My mistakes, even when preventable, teach me how to reach higher alignment. That's a deep one. Because we're not perfect. We're not perfect. And I agree with this. I've done a good job of taking the lessons and not beating myself up. Excuse me. It's a one-take video, y'all. Sorry I burped. Sorry. I am patient and pour into myself the love I deserve. Ashe. Yeah. Yes to that for certainly. I could do a little bit of better job, but you know what? We're on progress. My art invites wealth authentically and effortlessly. Ashe. When I tell y'all, I do need to rack up and just, actually look at the official total of all the money I've made from singing this past year. But, like, yeah, first song commission, first, like, theater performance art, all as an adult. Like, all of these are, like, things as an adult that are firsts. First show outside of Michigan. Shout out to Phoenix for a show outside of Michigan. Lots of big firsts and lots of abundance in that as well. Abundance in connections, networking, and even a little bit of finances as well. Keeping this one private as well. But yes, definitely did that. My words touch the world and heal spirits of all embodiments. That's beautiful and powerful. I've definitely touched some people this year, but I know I have more to go. So I'll give that a half check. I'm pretty sure this page has some about a particular individual, and these will definitely stay private. But I'm also pretty sure that I got my way with them. Let's see. Night school is funded and powerful. Healing and serving. You know what? We did our first ever iteration of night school, which was my Black History Month series this past February. And I raised all the funds that I set out to raise for it. So I'm giving that one a big fat check and recognizing there's much more to do with that. Ashe. I'm a well-respected, multi-talented, interdisciplinary performing artist. Ashe. I will say yes to that. I've done writing on my Substack this past year. Paid subscribers on my Substack, okay. Performance art has been, well received and respected. And even like my songwriting, my dancing, my drumming, everything that I've really done artistically has been received and loved. And so I give myself a check on that. And that one I really need to sit on. I did it. I did that. And it's definitely not about like the amount of money or the amount of views or clicks or being comparative to like somebody else. It's all about just like where I am today versus where I was a year ago. And I am so proud of my progress. And I know that it's like, it's not like a straight upward, you know what I mean? Like, that's not really how progress works. Oh my gosh, I'm crying. No, No, just kidding. My tears are beautiful. My tears are beautiful. But yeah, progress is not linear. So, you know what? I'm grateful for my growth. And I'm also, you know, I give honor to those times where it maybe didn't feel like growth. Yeah. It hasn't been a perfect year for sure. Been hard times. Hard times. We have fallen on some hard times. We slept in the car a few times. You know, slept on some couches, slept with some homies. Slept with some homies. Not for real, but like at the homies' cribs. And, you know, had to figure out how to get through slowly but surely a lot of it. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for where I am today. In my room, in my house, in my bed, Ashe. Took me almost a whole year to get this bed back, and now you can barely even peel me out of it. Okay, let me get back into these. Now this one is actively emotion. Okay. I curated a way for my first band to play and heal all over the land. Ashe. Now, I will say, I did fall into a group in this past year, and we were a little bit short-lived, but I'm hopeful that we'll come back around in divine time. And I'm in a new group. Shout out to the homies. Shout out to the Water Trio, okay? Right now, it's like in its early development stages, but I have such... like, I'm so rooted, and I know all of us are so rooted in just how abundant this is going to be. So, like, we're keeping that close to our chest right now. But, like, one day, don't be surprised when we break the internet. I'm just saying. Okay. Oh, my gosh. Birth work is a sacred calling. I answer the call as a healer. Ashe. I've attended 2 births since I wrote this. Genuinely. Not as the primary, like, birth worker doula support, but, like, as an integral part to those births. And both babies have come into this world beautiful, strong, and healthy. 2 baby boys, actually. 1 Virgo, 1 Taurus. I give that a big fat check mark. The last one, too, actually. Check, check, check. Wow. Community loves me. You know what? One word to this. Juneteenth. I had the most beautiful experience at Juneteenth this past year. Shout out to the Joy Project. You know what? Shout out to every single person who hugged me and told me they loved me and touched my heart just by, like, you know what? Just seeing me smiling and receiving me. I get so in my head because I have this underlooming idea that is really rooted in, like, a childhood wound. But it's basically just that, like, nobody actually really likes me or wants to be around me. And, like, everybody just kind of sees me as, like, this, like, fraudulent person. In the 4th grade, I wrote this book report. And my teacher said it was so well written that it was fake. And I didn't realize until, like, this past winter that I have been shrinking my light, especially around my writing, for decades as a result. And so now that I've figured that out, I'm trying not to do that so much anymore. But those, like, you know, when you peel back those wounds, it's like you take the scab off, and then the scab, you take, you know, you peel back the layers of the scab, emotional scab. And then it's like, oh my gosh, it's this wound. It's this big flesh wound, and it's this big thing. And then you have to, like, address it, and then you can begin to, like, heal and tend to the wound. So I'm very much so in a season of tending to my wounds right now. And on the other side will be, you know, scar tissue that is, you know, even stronger than it was, but also is still really tender and sensitive. And I feel like that's exactly, like, where I'm at right now, you know, tending to my wounds over here, but then over here also, like, you know, stronger than I have been, but still tender and sensitive. Like, I am very much in process, and you know what? That's beautiful and okay. Okay, now this is the one. This is the next affirmation that I definitely called. Oh, did y'all see that? I just spit a little bit. I wonder if you can see that in the video. So, This one is about a particular individual, so I'm gonna, I'm gonna omit the name. So Redacted and I reconnect in divine time, and our protection and gifts. Huh? Gotcha. Redacted and I reconnect in divine time. Ashe, we did. Because they always come back. Don't y'all know that? They always come back. Like, oh my gosh. They always come back. So that one was definitely clocked. Our divine protection and gifts are felt by those around us, safe enough to see. Ashe. That one was really more so like I have to love you from a distance, but I still wish you like the utmost, highest protection and love in this life. And I'd like to think that we both got that in this past year. Yeah. But that's definitely a lover I'm going to keep to a distance. Thank you. And that gets to be here. Okay. My family is safe, healthy, and wealthy. In resources and self-care. Ashe. You know what? My grandparents are doing pretty well, all things considered. My cousin recently out the hospital, doing well, all things considered. And yeah, I give a yes to this. Oh, I'm a renowned artist and trainer. I just trained at a national level less than a month ago. I put a big ashe on that. And I just sang at a national level twice. Wow. What is your definition of renowned? Like, people hype you up to the people who haven't heard you. Yeah. I will say yes to that. Okay. Oh, I shaded this one too. Also keeping this one close to my chest. This one says, my beauty is divine. Yeah. We already knew that though. And now, the last page. What is back here? Oh my gosh. More manifestations. Wait. This is actually some words. Ooh. Okay. It says, and so it is. I travel internationally and am receiving wealth and abundance for my singing, drumming, teaching, facilitating, honoring, worshiping, healing, and enjoying on a consistent, healthy basis. My creativity and passion is a mirror. My peers and teachers respect, value, challenge, hold, and push me to be my best artist self. Damn. Y'all ever find your old writing and be like, wow, like, where did this come from? They pour into me and value my contributions to their journeys, rooted in a collective love for creator and song. Ashe. With the support of my new and established international network, Night School is abundant in resources, funding, scholars, students, and programs. It has been manifested, and the fruits of the labor are transformative and healing and merciful. Back there is like some type of 2-year plan situation, but I'm not too sure about that. Because who could think 2 years in advance in these times? Okay, we're taking it minute by minute, for real. This one says, I find comfort and sanctuary wherever I lay my head. I find peace and comfort effortlessly, connected to water sources, trees of life, and Mother Nature's love. Oh, these are beautiful. You know, I can't read everything to y'all, but just know these are beautiful. And now I'm going to leave you with this in here. And I'm going to read one excerpt from this pink book. It is the purple writing right here. I don't exactly know what it says, but that's what I will leave you all, the final message of tonight. Now, I am the one who spreads song, Ashe. I am the one who gives love, Ashe. I am the one who builds the bridge, Ashe. I am the one who studies and teaches, Ashe. I am the one who models vulnerability, Ashe. I am the one who listens in, Ashe. I'm the one who stands in my destiny, Ashe. I'm the one who inspires. No cap, every single one of these things, I can guarantee you I did in the past year. Every single one of these things. So I just had to say that. And you know what? This is wealth. This is wealth. Writing the things down and actually doing them. I don't even need to read this next thing. I feel complete. I love y'all. Welcome to long form YouTube content, archiving my ascension, okay? If nobody else told you today, I love you. You are beautiful. And nobody has the right to stifle or dim your power or shine. Mwah. Okay. Beautiful. Bismillah.